Puerto Rico offers world-class tax rates. You will not be able to find tax rates like in Puerto Rico. So for example, if you're a business owner and you decide to reincorporate or relocate your business to Puerto Rico, you could qualify for a 4% tax rate. For a 4% tax rate, in order for you to qualify for a 4% tax rate, in essence, you have to relocate your business in Puerto Rico. And you would have to export your services or export your product out of Puerto Rico. Now picture this. If you're in the US, your tax rates and you run a profitable business, your tax rates will be anywhere from 20% up to 30, 40, maybe perhaps 50% if you include federal and state rates, right? If you run the same business out of Puerto Rico, exporting a service or a product, from 40, 50% tax rate, you're gonna go down to 4% tax rate. Now, I see that as a world-class tax rate, as a world-class tax incentive in order for you to conduct business out of Puerto Rico. That is if you're a business owner. Now, if you're an investor, let's say you trade crypto, stocks, options, different assets. If you trade different assets in the U.S., you'll be paying ordinary rates if your gains are short term. If you're an investor, right, and you trade crypto, you trade stocks, you trade options or different assets, and you're making money, you'll be paying either a long-term capital gain or a short-term capital gain, right? A short-term capital gain rate in the US is going to be just ordinary rate, and those vary. Long-term is going to be at least 20%, right? If you relocate to Puerto Rico and you are an investor, you qualify for a 0% tax rate, right? And that's unheard of. Now, there's some rules that you have to comply, but the idea is that the Puerto Rico government offers a big incentive to business owners and investors to relocate either their businesses to Puerto Rico or the investor to actually move to Puerto Rico. So this is actually a game changer, right? It's a game changer for the business owner because the business owner gets to save a lot of money on taxes. And it's also a game changer to the investor because in essence, the investor is not paying any taxes on the capital gains, his or her capital gains. Since Puerto Rico is also a door to the Americas, you have to understand that in Puerto Rico, the professionals, the workforce is for the most part is bilingual, right? So you have a workforce that's able to manage English and Spanish proficiently, right? So if your customer base then is in Latin America, call it, Mexico, Central America, or South America, and you want to export your products or your service out of Puerto Rico, then you have a workforce that be able to communicate effectively and efficiently with your customer base or your clients in Latin America. So that's why I call Puerto Rico a door to the Americas or a window to the United States. I just see it that way. Yeah, so let's talk about the workforce in Puerto Rico, right? I'm gonna give you an example. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico and moved to Atlanta, or spent a lot of time in Atlanta in my career. The workforce graduates from college. Those universities are sanctioned by the same bodies that sanction the U.S. universities and colleges, right? So it's equivalent. When you graduate at the University of Puerto Rico, it's the same as you are graduating in a school or college in the U.S. And the workforce is bilingual, English and Spanish, right? So it's bicultural, Puerto Rico and also American to a degree, since Puerto Rico is a territory. So again, your workforce will be based in Puerto Rico. If you decide to hire people in Puerto Rico, your workforce then it's bicultural to a degree, right? So your clients, your Puerto Rican workforce will be servicing clients in the U.S., right? And this workforce then will be able to navigate the laws in Puerto Rico, right? And the systems in Puerto Rico, while also communicating with your clients or your management or you as a business owner in the United States. So for me, that's why having the workforce or having human capital or professionals out of Puerto Rico, it's a great advantage for a business owner that wants to relocate the business to Puerto Rico and would be required to have Puerto Rican talent. So let's talk about the financial district in Puerto Rico, in Atorrey. It's called the Golden Mile. So Puerto Rico has many local banks that serve not only local businesses in Puerto Rico, but also serves international and American businesses that have operations in Puerto Rico. As a business owner or investor that you're considering relocating your business to Puerto Rico, you have to understand that the financial district and the banking in Puerto Rico is sanctioned just with the same bodies that the American banking system is regulated by, the SEC and the FDIC, right? So the banks in Puerto Rico, they're sanctioned by the FDIC, so they're insured as well. And they have to abide by the federal laws, the federal banking laws, right? Stable, it's reliable. Another aspect to consider is that the technology that the banking industry utilizes is the same technology that American banks do utilize. So if you need to make international wires, ACH payments, open bank accounts, the banking system in Puerto Rico can support you. Another aspect of it is if you decide to relocate your business to Puerto Rico, you can have loans you can apply for loans in Puerto Rico. You can apply for credit in Puerto Rico. You can apply for mortgages in Puerto Rico. And now that the Act 60 has been implemented and has been running for years, there's programs for business owners and investors that are tailored specifically for expats and business owners operating in Puerto Rico. So that's a great incentive for business owners to relocate to Puerto Rico. Let's talk about the quality of life, right? Okay, so business owners, we're here in a life journey, right? We're trying to make something happen, right? You're growing your life, you're growing a business, you're working with people, you're serving clients, you're trying to build something larger than life, if you will, right? You're putting your time, your efforts, your energy into something that hopefully will be something meaningful and very big in the future, right? But not everything is about work, right? You have to enjoy other things in life that are as meaningful or more meaningful than business, right? So why not having a bi-coastal life? Or why not having a house in Puerto Rico if you're a business owner or in Puerto Rico? Why not, if you're an investor, having a nice house in Puerto Rico, right? And then by that, you immerse yourself in a different culture, in a different society. Listen, I mean, you're employing people in Puerto Rico, right? So that means that automatically you're having a direct impact with the population in Puerto Rico, right? You're making a difference, right? You're learning about a culture, you're learning about society. You can enjoy the beach in Puerto Rico. Why not? Beautiful landscapes, the country, caves. I mean, there's so many different things that you can expose yourself to by making this move, right? It's going to only help you to lower your taxes. So automatically your cash flows and your profits are only going to go up, okay? So if your profits and your cash flows are gonna go up, then you have more money to change your lifestyle, right? It's only going to help your lifestyle. So come to Puerto Rico. Conducting business out of the US you have to work like a maniac. Most business owners have to work like a maniac. And to a degree, a large majority, I would say, enjoy working because you're building something. Like my clients and the people that I work with enjoy working hard. It's part of what we do. But picture that oftentimes business owners work like a maniac and they only take like Thanksgiving and like Christmas and maybe, that's it, the 4th of July, right? If even. Why not, if you're conducting business out of Puerto Rico or you relocate personally to Puerto Rico, why don't you then enjoy a solid trifecta, which is like, okay, running a profitable business, increasing your cash flows and your profits because you're paying less tax, you're in paradise, but then also you're in a different culture, but you're enjoying the beach, you enjoy the landscapes, you enjoy different foods at carnivals and fiesta and all that stuff, right? So I don't know. I think business owners that are open-minded and business owners that want to change sceneries, I don't know. I think there's few options like this out there, if none, and Puerto Rico has it.